workers, and hello, you archaeologists. Ah, yeah, I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having a Silent Hill 4 adventure. As you may or may not know, some parts of this game may be considered violent or cruel. There is horror going down, and you must be forewarned. That was because a particular character was looking quite animated for somebody who has died. I guess this is all spoilers. I'll explain the story, shall I? So far that I've experienced, I am John Silent Hill. That is not his name. I have forgotten the name of the main character. But he is. Hello, Craig. There's a veritable army today, for we got raided by well-spoken Rambler. There's John Silent Hill right there. There we go. That's the name of the game. Also, I need to adjust this so it doesn't show like a slither of the previous person's writing. Yes. Okay. We are Brian Room. That is also not his name. I'm not going to be able to guess. Also, it occurs to me that my controller is not going to work because I turned it on after I turned the game on. So I'm actually going to have to turn the game off and fix that. So here's a picture of the room again while I do that and I explain the story. I'm also going to use this opportunity to make it so it says day 11 instead of day 10. Right, so Brian Room, which is definitely is his name. He's in an apartment, an American apartment, in a town that's not called Silent Hill, but he is trapped. As you can see, the door is locked. Now, it's sort of magically locked. The chains and the chains. It's mostly chains, isn't it? It's all kind of symbolic. The door does not open, nor can anyone hear him. Sometimes the landlord, the supervisor, whatever, there's a name for that person. His neighbor will check in on him, and he'll be like, "Oh, I'm here," and they can't hear him. Occasionally, he will get notes under his door. Apparently, there's a party going down next door. More on that later. But sorry, I'm just going to change it. I'm having to load a program. But the point is, he can't get out of his apartment. It's been like that for a couple of days. Occasionally, he dreams in his apartment sort of like spooky, extra spooky, and has like a sort of rusty layer in the same way that Silent Hill does to things. But luckily, he has found a way out via a large fucking hole in one of his rooms, specifically the bathroom, which I'll show you in a moment. And if he crawls out that hole, he finds himself in Silent Hill, in a particular part, but also clearly still the same city he's in. More on that. So he meets somebody else there. He meets a lady who's like, "Hey, you were in my dream. This is weird." And you're like, yeah, it is. Are you also stuck in your apartment? And she's like, yeah, follow me. And then she gets murdered off screen. There's some shenanigans. You fight some monsters. And you go back to your room, because anytime you find a hole, it just leads back to your room again. And she got killed. Turns out she got killed by a serial killer. I'm pressing the button to open the game now. And when you look out your room, which I'll show you. There we go. We don't need to see this introduction again because we saw it earlier, didn't we? So I can just sort of skip this. But some parts of this game may be considered violent or cruel. Very important to note. And she had cut on her, like, some numbers. I think those numbers... Let's load our game. I hope that's the most recent one. Yes, so let's say she had 19123 cut on her somewhere. Well, that's the telltale sign of a serial killer whom's dead. He died like a decade ago. So throughout the game, we've been learning about this serial killer. He grew up in an orphanage. Where was that orphanage? Oh, it was in Silent Hill, wasn't it? Oh, wouldn't you know it? It was run by a cult. What cult? Well, the cult from the first one and the third one that nobody actually gives a fuck about, because the things that everyone enjoys about Silent Hill is mainly that it's like a weird gestalt entity built by the like memories of anyone who enters it. The cult, nobody. It's just a cult. I don't understand why they keep talking about the cult. Anyway, okay, we can, if we aim properly, look out the window. These are heroes, all our neighbours. We can play basketball. It doesn't help. So when your neighbour gets killed, an ambulance finds her in the subway. So you were in a Silent Hill subway that was also connected to here. Presumably we're in Ashfield. We've been in a horror version of that hotel. We actually have to phone up that phone number. No, we have to use that phone number to get through the code. We've been in alternate versions of all these places. There's the door. It says don't go out. But yeah, we don't have the keys. And also, as I said, it's sort of magically shut. Now, we've been through the hole about 4 times now. And that means there's been 4 extra bloody handprints added to this wall. Because it turns out that this is... Dun, dun, dun! This is the apartment the serial killer lived in. So throughout the game, you'll visit this, and the supervisor will be like, he looks a bit like old man John Cena. And that's not a joke about you not being able to see him. He's just not here right now. Sometimes your neighbour comes along and says, yeah, he's just a normal guy, but he's just, I don't know, there's been some weird noises. Look, there's been some weird noises, and he's just not here, and he's tried getting in. Nobody can get in. It's like this happened before, and also the last time you saw your neighbour, I mean she's dead by the way. Spoiler warning. The supervisor was like, yeah, it is weird. Also, I've got like an umbilical cord in my apartment, and she's like, wait, what? And he's just like, it's just. We found it because we went to a horror version. Anyway. We've been to, like, as you saw through the load system, we've been to some places. We've been to a forest, we've been to an apartment, we've been to places. And every time we go there, we meet somebody. I did not try eating, I don't need eyes on the inside. Eyes aren't supposed to be on the inside. They'd see it. Even if they could see, it'd be really dark, wouldn't it? Here, we can also... So message carved in here looks like they used an ice pick or something. Faint hope I had is slowly changing to despair, and somehow managed to tunnel this far. But no matter what I do, I can't get any further. The hallway, the windows, the walls. Feels like this room is stuck in another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension. Eileen never noticed. So Eileen was your neighbour. She's been murdered now. There's an accusing bunny. I didn't do shit, although I have been spying on my neighbour. He is not once called out through this hole. I'm assuming it wouldn't work, but I would have at least tried it. In seriousness, so obviously the second game, spoiler warning for Silent Hill 2, the guy murdered his wife. That's the plot twist. I've ruined it. What are you doing here? In Silent Hill 4, if you don't know that. And throughout the game, it's sort of guilt manifesting itself as the town, right? It's why everyone's favourite is Silent Hill 2, because it's about something. And 3 sort of does that and talks about the cult. So, but like, obviously I've not murdered anyone. So like, I can only so much feel that, you know, I could be like, oh, I bet that would feel kind of good. But like, so I sort of like that the game invites you to be a bit of a creep. She's only ever just sitting on a bed or reading a book or something. But you are being, this is creepy behavior that you have to partake in. So I enjoy that you're being essentially forced into that position because, you know, there's nothing to do in this apartment. Every time you get in here, you're going to look through this peephole. You're going to look out the windows and you're going to see what Eileen's doing. Eileen was the fourth murdered person, which, as I said, she's looking kind of animated in that demo reel at the start. And so I suspect we'll see her again somehow. But yeah, if we go for all these... we get some spooky letters. Some of them have been pushed under a door. This is all about the fucking cult that I don't care about. It's religious. Fancy that, eh? It's the thing that makes the cult specifically uninteresting is that it's sort of it's about like. It's like a certain branch of Christianity, right? The sort of Spanish horror thing. And it's got all the words. And, like, obviously I'm coming from that horror game roguelike. But also, it just... I know slightly too much information to know that, like, this doesn't have enough in it. It's just sort of vaguely gaudy in a way that's not really inspiring horror from me. In a way that, like, the writing from... the Spanish horror roguelike did. And also it's still about the cult. I don't give a fuck about the cult. The fact the serial killer is kind of an interesting change. And because you keep visiting places, you visited a prison, and it's a horrific prison. I like the prison. I mean, it's a horrible prison, but like, I don't understand why they were just like, well, just let them wither and die. But there's quite a weird system in place for it. But here's where we keep all our weapons. I've got an axe, some bullets, and a gun. We have some golf clubs. If you use them, they break. And I don't know why. There's like consistently different types of golf clubs. It's like somebody wanted to attach an entire golf game to this and never got around to it. We used to have a bunch of other items. So I can't show you the hole anymore. Because after the 4th time, throughout the entire game, it's been getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's not Chris's blood, don't worry. But now it's been sealed. It's been sealed. I like that it's sort of encroached on the mirror somehow. And obviously that's the symbol for Silent Hill. So my movement's a little erratic because my left hand, you know, it goes forwards, it goes forwards, it goes backwards, it turns left, it turns right. And you might think, oh, okay, so you're... Well, obviously I spoiled it, basically. This looks around, and this doesn't strafe. There is no strafe. I have 2 buttons that look left or... It's just a bit awkward. Anyway, throughout our adventures, we found some plaques. We put them in the wall. And there's a second hole! We have a new hole! We thought we were going without, but we weren't. Let's go dive on in. The hole! Where will it lead to this time? So yeah, 4 people have been murdered. 2 of them have been your neighbours. Because I've got my gun I'm carrying is my the first neighbour that died. There he is. John Hill, Brian Hill, Colin Moriarty. Philip Seymour, Tony Teacup. I'll get his name one of the days. I think that's Walter, the serial killer. Anyway, here is some buffs. They will bother me, otherwise I wouldn't hurt them. But yeah, right now I'm just doing pest control. Walter's left me alone apparently. So we are somewhere, I'm not sure where we are, in some sort. We are in the emergency room. Oh yes, so the last thing I spied, so the last vignette, as it were, was a horror version of the apartments. You have to basically go for all the rooms, and the only room you can't get into is your neighbour's, because she's the person who's in danger. And then when you get out, the police are taking your neighbour away to the hospital. So maybe we get to save her. But here's a delicious nutrition drink. Thanks, Kim. Fuck. Okay, hang on 1 second. I'm trying to figure out how to get into the menu. Alright, the good thing about me just nattering on for 20 minutes is that we've missed nothing. So, because the button layout was stupid, so the first, hang on, I will also say, so we went to Subway World, the Forest World, showed us, the Subway World was just about introducing us to the strange worlds, and that's how the lady in the subway died. Forest World, it had the orphanage in. Water Prison World, just sort of wild, to be honest, and Building World was the apartments we were in. So there was kind of a cool puzzle in Apartment World where we could slip paper outside of our apartment and then pick it up from inside the apartment in the real world and read the letters. Anyway, my confirm button is also my use button because I wanted to change a button. I think it was my gun. Because you have to, we can't do it right now, but, oops. You have to lift your arm up and then you have to shoot. And I wanted them on buttons that made sense. And I thought, okay, I'll have the confirm button and the OK button, use button be the same button. And I just have to make sure I'm never hovering over a usable item, which I forgot about. We'll skip this. Probably should not shoot moths either, that's probably a waste. So let's get that delicious nutritional drink again. And then I'm gonna hover over this axe. And there we go, we'll be fine. There's a way back. I don't think we've done anything, so I won't go back. I mean, I picked up a drink that I could... This one leans more into combat than the other ones. You could, like, just sort of safely escape combat. But yes, it's very different from the other ones. And I like that because free... So I'll continue that thought after this. Oh, that's his neighbour. Yeah, oh, he is talking. He does lean as well. Okay, stop leaning now. So yeah, it looks like she survived being serial killed. There are lots of forms with the name St. Jerome's Hospital on them. There's like a rule, there must be a hospital on every single Silent Hill game. I don't know who made that rule. Mr. Brian Hill did. That's not too far from my apartment. Oh yeah, sometimes he just gets caught and I can't turn. It's a memo. I lost Eileen Galvin's hospital room key. Fucking hell. She was a patient brought in with severe injuries. I wonder... I'll write this as a note, shall I? I wonder if I left it in one of the other hospital rooms. I really hope not. Let's see if I can remember. Okay. It's a paper cutting knife. That's got a name, doesn't it? It's hard to use a weapon. It gives you so many useless weapons, and I don't understand why. It's a box. Isn't that called a box cutter in America? Medical things. Oh, that wasn't Harold, because there isn't anyone called Harold. No, that's somebody else. Is there anything in this? Oh, It's probably Oh, that seems terribly rude. Why does it burp? That's weird. Okay, that was surprisingly easy to deal with. Alright, there's nothing useful in this room either. So to a certain extent, I respect that it's trying different things, although obviously outright having like axe murderers is kind of outside of its surrealist imagery. It's broken. It's broken. Camera, can I see forward, please? Ooh. It's a very dramatic handbag. Woman's handbag doing it. Must be Eileen's. So none of the games really adequately explain why you're going to locations, but they're like a weird horror version of them. But like in the real world, this is an actual hospital and there are people in it and it's being used for hospital purposes, but we're sort of in the shadowy underbelly of it. Oh, hang on. It's baby's medical chart. Okay. I'm going to suggest that the burp noise was ill-advised. Ooh, an ampule. I guess this was the ampule room. Right, I'll take a brief look in this room. Hang on, have we been in here yet? There was some stairs. I'll go up those stairs in a second. Is this a lift? An elevator even? The door button's not working. Okay. Before we go upstairs, we are going to visit the room. The titular room. Which is not this room. We can take some stuff off us. Save our game. Most importantly, it heals you. Now, no Silent Hill is really a combat challenge. Silent Hill 1, actually, I died because I just didn't know what I was doing. And I started the game again and ran past everything rather than fighting everything. And Silent Hill 3 secretly turned itself to easy mode because there's a weird glitch with the PC version. Only affected the final stream, but I was very confused when I won the award. Hey, congrats, you've won easy mode. I was like, wait, what? I was playing on normal. I guess we haven't really done anything yet. Okay, I don't think anything's going to be happening in this room, but I'll double check. Just the accusing bunny. J'accuse. We'll put away the ampule. It could cause a little bit of damage. Eileen, only weapon. Are we getting to play as Eileen? Put away the box cutter. We'll put away this. We have a shabby doll as well. I thought that we had another drink. Or whatever. That'll do. And we'll save our game. Oh, we have reached the bottom. Oh, I think I loaded the wrong game. It actually didn't matter that I loaded the wrong game. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Well, I've saved over the wrong thing. I'll feel better if it's on there. I shall enter the hole. There was a hole here. It's still here. It's huge. Damn you, Euclid. Right, let's go up those stairs, which is over here. I'm trying to see if I can find out the dude's name. Yeah, there's the Red Diary. Yeah, oh yeah, the numbers, it turns out it's not a 1 in the middle, it's a slash, and he planned on killing 21 people, and he died before he finished the job, so we're now on 20 of 21, I think. Apart from Eileen's not dead, so I imagine that might cause problems. What's this section for? That was strange. I don't want to attack wheelchairs, so I'm not going to. Dried up flowers. I was looking at the candle, to be honest, but is that a candle? Yes, it's a holy candle. Special candle with anti-spirit effects. Begins working shortly after being lit and placed down. Okay, I guess that'll be useful against ghosts. Oh, this is just the maggot lift. That stinks like hell. What the hell is it? It's the maggot lift. Oh, ah! That was odd. We've not really explored this floor, so I'm actually going to leave this. Why, that is the place we came. I do appreciate that the wheelchairs, they don't just turn on a dime, they do like the sick maneuver. Saint Medallion. What'd it do? Okay, there's a button, but I don't know where it is. Oh, I'll figure out later. Okay, she. I think she wants to be left alone. Okay. That's That's a very strange visual. Gosh. It's a sterile room. It doesn't look very sterile. Hello, giant face. Do you need anything? I've got a handbag. And a medallion. I don't want to use that just in case. The eyes almost follow you. Okay. Locked. Now you've only got like 10 slots. You have to. Richard's large diameter bullets fuse from Richard's revolver, reasonably powerful. Ooh, I'm using Richard's revolver. Hold some kind of umbilical cord. Oh, I found the hook room. Terrible smell. What's behind this cloth? I mean, it could be anything, couldn't it? Oh, well, I guess we'll never know. The legs coming up from... Okay, so I'm getting obviously the horrible imagery. I'm not entirely sure what it's in aid of, because that's what's... Which is... Snake key? Oh, the hospital room key. Oh no! It's a trap! What does this do? It's an anti-spirit medallion. Probably the key to Eileen's hospital room. Oh. It's wet from the rain. Okay, I missed the room. Oh, I didn't miss a room. It's locked. Oh, hang on. I just used the key. It's not locked. There's Eileen. Come on, Eileen. There's a giant face.
Eileen, relax.
This is not how you get a person to relax.
Henry?
Yeah, I know.
From next door.
Oh, we're called Henry. Okay. The fuck, Henry?
I don't know where to start.
To be fair, okay, it would be difficult to explain.
There was this strange hole in my room. I saw people getting killed. All these weird other worlds. And I saw you get attacked too.
What are you talking about? I'm supposed to believe that?
But it's true. And there was a kid with you.
Oh. I remember now. I was getting ready to go to my friend's party. The boy protected me from the man with the coat.
Oh, Richard said the boy was evil. Richard's a bit of a prick, though.
I guess there's something wrong with me. I just feel so scared. This place.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this doesn't feel like a realistic portrayal of somebody who just has been attacked.
That if you get killed here, then you die in the real world too. Anyway, the only way out of here is through that hole.
Okay. Okay. Take me with you.
I will say, so a lot of okay. I've got this handbag. You could. I'm not allowed to give her the handbag. Well, shit. I've not investigated all the rooms yet, and realistically, I should be trying to, get out immediately. But obviously, I want to look at all the rooms because we're in a spooky. What did on-screen celebration do? Did it make a thing happen?
This is a nightmare. It can't be happening.
Yeah, so what I was saying is, obviously Silent Hill relies a lot on the sort of dreamlike conversations between people. And part of that is you going, is this just sort of poorly translated, or are they like not quite speaking to each other in a way that's on purpose to make everything feel kind of fuzzy? And if it's that, that's good. Because what you can't have is somebody talking about the logistics of climbing in and out of a magical hole that puts us in a dream dimension. You never really want that conversation to happen because that's a very sobering conversation when you just want it to be weird. But the fact that she has a party that she was going to, I don't know, there's like... It's a strange problem to have because you can't... Yeah, you want to be like, yeah, we're in a nightmare. Follow me. You can't ever have him really explain because how could you that without it not? Oh fuck! I'm sorry, Eileen. I have to see what's over here.
Don't go too fast.
Oh, hang on. It's another nutrition drink. When did I get more bullets? Are these Eileen's x-rays? I thought we already saw her x-rays. Eileen, I have to show you this room. I just want to know what you make of it. It's got a giant face in. You're not going to really understand what I mean by giant face until you see it. Eileen, could you hold some bullets for me? Because I'm not allowed to hold any more. Alright, fine. Which room is this? It's left 2. We'll call it left 2. The fuck? Oh, I guess it just sort of stopped. Hi. There's a bit of a shock. I tell you what, you two are fine. You can keep that room. It's still. Oh, they're in the room with me. You won't believe me, Eileen, but one of these rooms has a giant face in. This is a pretty spooky room. I think I've lost the giant face room. Oh well. Oh yeah, there's an elevator. Oh, we'll try through the hole first. The hole's clearly not going to work, but we'll try. I've still got to drop a bunch of stuff anyway. I'm not really sure if what and if these are supposed to represent, if anything. Or maybe cadavers? Yes. I'd hate to crawl through that hole, let alone with a fucking broken arm. One eye. This is how it always happens when we appear here, by the way. So, like... Again, you don't want to have a conversation about the logistics of how the whole works. But also, I don't know, maybe they should have thought about it a tiny bit. But I guess you would just try and drag her through. Spot a basketball. That was the game crashing. Game is closed. None of that was saved. However, yeah, I did appreciate the swords. I guess you're gonna get a bonus bit. I'll cut. I'll do a cut. Cut around here, John. Honestly, we've done very little, right? We can skip the cutscenes. I'm gonna put the handbag down so we can actually pick up the actually, I'll put this down. Well, that was weird. That's what I get for bashing on the window. So I'm going to try and do that as quickly as possible. But yeah, that was kind of annoying. Pick up the fucking candle. Ah. Alright, there, I found the spooky headroom. Oops, accidentally used the candle. Never mind, I'm not loading my game up again. There will be no ghosts in that room. I probably should have summoned the lift though. Ah, that's Eileen's room there. Oh, I missed a golf club. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get the bullets again, am I? Fuck. I don't know why I even picked it up. I'm more likely to use the bullets than I am the 4-iron. Oops.
This is a nightmare.
This is a jump scare. Cool. There we go. I think we have everything. You must gather your companions before going forth. Fuck. Oh no, no, fuck, I did not know she could get her. I would not have ran off otherwise. Come on, Eileen. Right. Let's try that again, shall we? I don't want to look at swords. The air in this room feels heavy. Okay, I'm gonna save my game. We have a new note. It's sealed with wax. Can't hold anymore. Oh, that fell down. No, no, on the axe. No, I guess I'll put that away. It's a red envelope. There's a letter and a small key inside. You've seen that the world as well. You've seen that world as well, haven't you? With that horrible nightmare, but if you get sucked into it, it's not just a nightmare. Don't get lost in there. If you get pulled in, you'll be killed. There's still hope. Maybe the small key will guide you. If you've seen the door with the placard set in it, look on the other side of the door and keep going down to the deepest part of him and look for the ultimate truth. July 20th. Joseph! That's me trying to quote Resident Evil there. Got a small key now.